What's up? Yeah, two rows of Twosuns coming at you. Row 5 and row 6. So that would be this row right here and this row. And without further ado, man, let's just get after it. There's going to be some newer models in here, some older models. It's a little bit of everything in these rows. This is a TS 417. Look at this thing. I mean, what's going on here? How cool is this? Titanium liners, titanium backspacer, titanium pocket clip, and then I believe D2 blade, TS417. This is a Wong design. And, pardon me. And to be honest, this thing works in hand. Now, I'm not exactly sure what I'd be cutting. Like, am I cutting blubber for the winter harvest? Or, I'm not sure, you know, exactly what that level of slice that design is good for, but I bet you it's good for something. And in hand, this grip right here, this thing is wonderful. This knife works right here. Like looking at it kind of makes you go, yeah, this knife doesn't work on any level. But right here, this knife really works. I don't know what I'd use it for, but it really works here. It really does. It's got really good action on it. Just like, I don't know, I'm going to guess every one of these Twosuns we're about to look at, we're going to find good, solid, if not great action. And this has got good action. It's not subpar at all. It's a smaller knife with not a lot of mass on the blade, but yet just a couple of shakes, very hydraulic. Really unique backspacer. This spine that's in here. I don't know. Are we looking for a little dinosaur sort of look? I guess maybe. But it's comfortable. Definitely grippy. Yeah, very cool. Number one out of the gate, TS417, D2 steel. Let's get this next one. Old school, TS26, D2 steel, night morning design. It's got G10 scales on top of steel liners. It's got the little orange backspacer and then a black steel pocket clip. And that's the way these came. And yet, way back then, no jimping on the flipper tab. Very snappy though. And the action, hydraulic, it's wonderful. Even way back on a super budget piece, TS26. Yeah, wonderful. Very cool. Excellent ergonomics. Reverse grip solid. Not so much that way, but yeah, really cool piece. And that neon green, come on, you gotta love it, right? Very cool. No green, but that's a motorcycle hot rod thing, isn't it? In the case here, this is the TS 368 that was done up for the discerning man by our friend the alchemist. Yeah, man, he really did this thing right. Got the dove for the Holy Spirit. Nice cross. Check it in. See it? Check it in and check it out. How cool. Little gold nuggets all over this thing. Little Easter eggs, man. Very cool job. And I'll link below his link if you're interested in getting work done. I would definitely say reach out to him because I know that he is out there busy as a bee making incredible custom pieces. Yep. And I'm honored to have this one in the collection for sure. Very cool. TS, come on, man. Did I forget? TS 368. Is that what it was? Yeah, TS 368. Very cool. Next. TS 514. Newer model. David Chen design. 14C 28N steel. It's got the sprinkles. Not sure what that fad's about, but okay. Nice little dagger. Yeah, very cool. Excellent action. I have another one of these that is going in the purge, I believe, that I sharpened the tip here. So it's dual sharpened. So when it goes into purge, if you see it, be aware that if you can't have a double edge where you live, do not buy that knife because it's definitely double edged. But I'll be sure and describe that. But yeah, this is a thick, wonderful piece of knife, big, thick scales. Not a lot of skeletonizing going on there, but it's a handful. Very confident grip, dagger for a blade, and excellent action. Very cool. TS 514. Next, got this goofy thing. Look at this. This is a TS 185. And it's basically, obviously, it's what it is. It's a night morning design. It's got a G10 comb and like a beard comb, I guess. And then it's got a 14C28 hollow ground razor. Now, I don't know how to hold a razor, but there's a way to hold them. Is it this? I don't know. There's a way to do it, but I do not know how to do it. But somebody hit the channel not long ago, said they were going to pick one of these up because they shave. Maybe it's like this. They shave with a straight razor. And so they were thinking about getting one of these and then seeing if they can't strop it up and make it a razor, an actual user. So if you're watching and you did that, man, let us know. How's it working? The thing that concerned me the most about it is this comb. Like you literally have to have a razor blade hanging out there while you're trying to, comb your hair. Yeah, I don't know, man. Okay, anyways, TS 185. Next. Oh, yeah, so this one right here, this is let's say it here, this is a TS 220 and M390 Jelly Jerry design. I had one of these anodized, and it's definitely on the purge block. It'll be up for sale here pretty soon. I've got an announcement of how I'm going to try to be moving knives in the future, but the other one of these will be included in that. And the difference is that one's anodized, and they had to polish these scales when they anodized it, and it's super slick. And so I picked up this one in just plain titanium, and I got to tell you, it's one of my favorite Twosuns. It is a legit titanium with high end steel pocket knife, and it's really nice, very nice knife. I dig it. I can put this knife up against higher end knives that bring way more coin than this knife will bring, and fit and finish, action, materials. This thing's awful nice. Yep. TS 220 Jelly Jerry design. Very cool piece. Next. This is an old school piece. This is a TS 102. And it's in N690 steel. So I think it's an older piece, but it's a newer piece. Does that make any sense? Like, I think it's a newer release. There's another version of this that's in titanium, and I think the original version, the titanium version, was the original version. Where you would think that this micarta, this old school micarta, was the first version, the budget version. But because of that N690 steel, I think this came after the egg. This is the chicken. The egg came first, and then you know what I mean. But very cool, wonderful ergonomics, excellent in hand. Definitely, if you're a choke up person, needle tip on this blade. Yeah, N690 steel, and I'm not sure, but what are these liners? Yeah, they're steel. Pretty cool. This is the TS 102. Next. This is a TS 503. No, it ain't. The TS 270. Okay, the 102. This is the TS 270. Yep. Anodized M390 steel. And I have another one of these that's non-anodized. This one's probably going to end up on the sale block because The anodizing is really nice. Look at it. I mean, this knife is just beautiful. But just the slickness of it, I'm not a fan. Now, is it an awful nice knife? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Everything about it. The milling, the anodizing, the big N6 or M390 steel. I just think that for me, if it's choose this or plain titanium, I'd go there. Now, not everybody feels like that. A lot of people feel like, well, wait a minute, bro, that knife is gorgeous. I mean, I get it. I'm not saying it's not. It's just not my preference. Now, if I can't have the other, then I keep this for sure. Then it becomes my knife, right? Here's the other 102. Yep. I think this was the first one, but this one's in N692. So what do I know? Maybe that other one is the first one, but it used to be in D2. Now they re-released both in N690 steel. Yeah, titanium version. I should probably put these two next to each other in the case, at least for now. The way I don't have to go scrounging for one of them, right? Nice action. Same ergonomics, very comfortable in hand. This one's actually thinner, and that's what I find with these Twosuns. If they use another material other than titanium, they end up putting a steel liner underneath the G10 or the micarta, where on this one it's just got the titanium, and so it makes for a thinner knife. Yep, I think I like this one better. Very cool. TS 102. All right, we're going to hop skip that one. This is a newer knife, but definitely a budget. This is a TS 503 in D2 steel. David Chin design. Definitely a newer model, but straight up budget piece. Yep. I think these come in definitely under $40, and maybe you can pick these up around $30. Big, beefy, comfortable knife. Wonderful, tall, flat grind. Very slicey, tough blade. That D2 some tough stuff, man. Steel liners, excellent action, deep carry pocket clip. There's a lot to like here. This would make for a wonderful work knife, for sure. Next, we're just going to skip over here to the right. Look at this thing. This is a TS 285, 14C, hollow ground, compound grind. Look at the tip on that thing. What an aggressive blade. Very cool. Titanium inlay on top of a titanium scale. And, that makes sense. I've seen some of that with their knives. It definitely allows them some versatility. If they want to come back with a real budget piece, they can put G10 or carbon fiber in here. Gives them some flexibility. And I've seen quite a bit of that recently where they've given themselves some options there. Yeah, very cool. Wonderful ergonomics. Like this thing in hand, it's like it was made to be in a hand. Is that a stupid statement? I think so. It's not very intelligent. It's kind of obvious, Captain Obvious at play, right? Yeah. Nice grips all the way around. And of course, that wonderful Twosun action. Come on, get that Spidey flick. There it is. Thumb flick. Detent's a little stiff on this one. I must have opted not to adjust it. Yeah. Next, we're on the home stretch. Look at this wonderful piece. This thing is so cool. It's a TS 442 N690 steel, and what a saber! I mean, it's a hand saber. Just excellent ergonomics. The hand just fits completely in there. It's got that nice. I mean, I don't know. Is that a saber blade, or some would call it a clip point? I'm just going to say it's a hand saber. It's very cool. G10 inlays on top of, or inserts on top of titanium pocket clip. Very cool knife. And it works. I mean, at first glance, you kind of go, oh, I don't know. But man, it definitely works. The reverse grip, capping it with the thumb, is just as nice. Super powerful. And this grip here, which is my preference. If I'm going to stab down like this, I want the sharp edge towards me because that's the natural arc of my arm. Whereas if I'm going this way, I'm going against the blunt side of the blade. See what I'm saying? But yeah, I really, really, really like this oddball piece right here. Very snappy, very cool. TS442 and N690 steel. Keeping it moving. Next, old school. There it is. Come on. Come on, I'm lost. This is, what was this one? Let me back up. It's crazy. TS442. So this is a TS322. Yep, TS322. Nice little gentleman's pocket knife. Shredded carbon fiber inlay, titanium scales, titanium pocket clip, M390 blade. Definitely an executive level looking piece, right? Nice little Spidey flick. Pretty comfortable in hand. Wonderful reverse comfort right here. It's built for it. It's angled properly for the thumb to cap it. Yep, pretty nice. But all in all, I'd say it's a nice little executive pocket piece. Nice platform for the thumb. Great for opening envelopes, that kind of thing. Yeah. TS 322. Next. TS 362. Now, man, I got to tell you how much I like this thing. Look at that. This is a slip joint. It's a double detent knife. 362, D2 steel, G10 liners or G10 scales on top of titanium liners. Right? Super lightweight, very comfortable in hand. The shape of this is just perfect in the hand. Like I can't criticize that grip at all. It's just so nice. Now no pocket clip, okay? And it's a double detent, so watch. Boop. Open, close. Open, close. Do I need to keep saying that, or you got it figured out? Man, these are so nice. There's two versions of this. There's TS. Come on, give it the number again. A lot of numbers I'm dealing with here. 362. There's another version of this that's got carbon fiber and M390 steel. And I have one around here somewhere. Man, is this thing cool, though. Yep. One of my favorite little slip joint double detent knives. Yep. Very cool. All right, next. Come on, look at this thing. TS440, 14C 28N. I mean, just the highest level of stuff on here, and then they put 14C on it. I would have expected M390 on this piece, considering the anodized titanium insert, the anodized pocket clip. Same thing on this side. I just thought it would. I was kind of stunned to find it in 14C, but at the same time, 14C solid. I'm a fan. This knife, golly. I mean, this right here is a good grip. I like it. This right here, my one kind of gripe is I think that this became the priority for this knife versus this. I think that they should have got this right first and then added this, but I'm not a big fan of these choil. I'm not a big fan of holding a knife like this. Like what would you ever take this knife, not any other knife, this knife, and then go, yeah, I have to hold it like this because of what I'm going to use it for. No, nobody's taken this to, I don't know, break down 600 feet of hemp rope. Come on. That's not this knife. So for me, I just wish they should have emphasized this grip back here a little more. It's not bad. I could still get 4 fingers, but I feel like I'm compromised, and this feels like the grip. Like this is super comfortable in hand. Yeah, very nice. But I would never, like, this knife ain't got no use like this for me. So it's a waste. I'd have rather had this. But anyways, overall, man, this thing, TS 440, 14C 28-inch steel, stunning action, wonderful build, excellent fit and finish. Just really love that dagger. Look at this reverse grip. Come on, man. Not so much here. Yeah, really like this one. Very, very, very cool. Next, another newer one. Look at this. So, a few rows ago, we did another one of these, like one of the first ones that Twosun came out with. And all in all, it's not that wonderful of a knife. Yeah, we did this one a while back. And the TS 433, it was in another video with rows 2 and 3. And I said that this was an earlier version of them trying to get this locking mechanism correct and do that right. Well, I don't know if any of that's true, but lo and behold, that's the 433. This is the 429. It's in YJ01V1 proprietary steel, full titanium scales. It's got their version of a carbon fiber, fat carbon fiber, whatever you want to call it, their version of that inlays. And then this version of the lock, this knife, yeah, stunning. The action on this knife is A level, man. It's wonderful. And the ergonomics on that one were good, but they're really good on this one. Really like this blade shape. I think it's almost the same blade shape, isn't it? Looks pretty close. This one looks a little bigger. The belly is a little narrower, comes to a better point down there. Yeah. So I don't know. Did they use this one on washers to figure out this one on bearings? I don't know, but I know I like this one. Yeah. Pretty cool. TS 429, and it's got their YJ steel, which is good stuff, man. Yeah, very cool piece. Hard to criticize this one. This one came with a pretty high rating, in my opinion. Yep, really nice Twosun. Next, we're wrapping up here. Speaking of nice Twosuns, look at this thing. Come on, man. Tepe. TS 172 M390. This is number 43. It's got the Damascus inlays, full titanium scales, titanium backspacer, titanium pocket clip, and then it's got these Damascus inlays. It's got this wonderful hollow ground compound grind blade. And the ergonomics, Tepe never fails, man. Tepe got it. And so, a minute ago, I was talking about a knife that the 440, that I felt like they got this grip right before they got this grip right. Okay? Well, man, did we get lucky, because this one is exactly the opposite. This grip is stunning. I mean, it is so good back here. And yet, this one's not quite as good, but it's here. If you want to get up here and use this, it's here. But the main grip on this knife is back here. And for me, now Tepe could come in and say, you're high. You're all wet, bro. That's not what I did at all. But it appears to me that they got this right. This full grip back here, they got this right where I'm locked in. Got things falling apart here. Scared me to death. Where I'm locked in here, I got so emotional I knocked some stuff off my shelf. But I'm locked in here. This flipper tab has got me in a very confident grip. Wonderful ergonomics back here. No hot spots. The pocket clip falls exactly where it's supposed to. And then if I want to choke up, I can. If I'm doing something and I need to get up here, I can do that. It's not quite as intuitive and perfect as this is back here. The contrast between that one and this one, I mean, to me, this is a way to do it. Get this right, and then if you want to put a choke up in there, I mean, to me, could have just as easily gave me all blade there and done away with that. Give me a sharpening choil, I'd have been fine. Um, but if you're going to put it in, make it the afterthought. Don't make it the primary. Wow, the ergonomics on this knife are so good. Tepe did such a great job. Yeah, I can wield this thing any way I want. And of course, whoop, yeah, standard two-stun action, back flipper, thumb flick, spidey flick. Yeah, this thing is legit. This is a good one. It's one of my favorite Twosuns. TS172, M390. Got these Timascus inlays. Very cool. All right, next. Keep it moving, man. Taking a long time. Look at this tiny dude. Come on. This is a Wii knife. As in mini Wii, mini me. Wong Design M390. What do we got here? This is a TS199. Full titanium knife. M390 steel. And about as little as they come. This is a tiny little dude. I mean, there's the grip. It's a full 3-finger grip back here. You can choke up, but man, you're right up on the back edge of that blade if you do it. So this is really the spot back here. I mean, it's just, it's small. Look at that. That thumb flick works wonderful. Same with the spidey flick. Yeah, those work great. The front flipper, it's just in order to get it, kind of get in an odd position with the knife. My broken knuckles and bones just don't grip like that. But anyways, pretty cool. This is a TS199 M390 full titanium. Lots of cool milling. And this was a recent re-release, I believe. Picked this one up for not too absolute long ago. Second to the last. Look at this one. Yeah. Be interesting to see right out of the gate, right? If you're looking at it, where's the primary grip on this one? Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Let's get the details out of the way. This is a TS422 K110 steel. It's got a nice satin stonewash finish on it. It's got titanium scales with these G10 shadow box liners inset in there, or inserts drop down in there. Wonderfully milled, all very tight, no gaps. The tolerances are excellent. It's got excellent milling on the titanium round, titanium backspacer, titanium pocket clip. The action on it. Drop right on your fingers and cut something. Spidey flick, thumb flick. And it's got that pronounced front flipper. Yep. All right, so this grip right here, man, is that legit. It's got this combat jimping here. You dig your thumb in there, like, man, I am locked in. And look at the blade sticking out of my hand. That clip point, man, come on. Yeah, it's wonderful. But I'd rather be back here, so does this work? I mean, this one I'm almost going to say 50-50, because this is pretty good right here. This is pretty good. This is slightly maybe better, but this is pretty good. So, I mean, I'm not complaining. I guess I'm just going with what I like, but this works. This back here works. So it's not like the other one. This works. Definitely locked in my hand. I can cap it with the thumb. And then, I don't know, not so much here, but maybe. But this grip right here on this knife, if you like to choke up and slice whatever you're slicing here, yeah, come on, it works. Nice thumb studs, low profile, barely stick out over the edge of the blade, if at all. Yeah, very cool. Last look, TS422 and K110 steel. Very nice. Last one. Look at this behemoth. Come on, man. Golly. Wong Design. Stonewash. D2. G10. This is a TS434. And so there's a couple of these designs that kind of dropped at the same time. There's a big old frag pattern. And I think we've got that one later in this case. Yeah, it's not this one. Come on. Is it in this case? Yeah, no, it's not in this case. Yeah, unfortunately it's not. But there's a big old frag pattern one that's very similar to this. It's got like a skull crusher on the back, but it doesn't have a pocket clip. And so I think this one was the answer to all that with a pocket clip. But if this doesn't look like a trench knife, right? This blade, man. And then they put a pocket clip on this one. Pretty cool. Yeah, TS 434, D2 stonewash steel, titanium liners, titanium backspacer, titanium pocket clip, and then this huge D2 blade. Nice jimping on the spine, good ergonomics, and of course, this knife can be wielded any way you want. Yep, however you want to grab on, you can get this one. It is a big dude, man. I mean, is it capable for like heavy work? I mean, it appears to be. There's nothing here in my mind that says no. I think you could put this to work, but wow, is it a formidable piece. Hey, appreciate y'all watching. We'll catch up a couple of more rows here in the future.